Hey, good morning everyone. Brian Porter here at the Porter Shop. You can see our very cool pallet wall corner going on here. I want to talk a little bit about our Standard Series guitars. This is something we're developing for the fall. If you've seen any of our newsletters, you've seen a couple of these Standard Series guitars come through, and I'm going to show you 3 different ones that we're working on and kind of a little bit more behind the scenes of what they're about and what we're trying to do with them. One of the biggest things I want to do is we've all seen guitar prices. We've all seen them go in absolutely insane. I want to offer a really good value guitar built here in the shop from parts with our USA pickups. A lot of time spent on the fretwork and all of that. Kind of bang for the buck guitar. So let me show you 3 different ones that we're working on right now. And then you can leave in the comments questions or anything else about the series. But let's start with the necks for these guitars. Let me show you how they come in, and then I'll show you some progress shots of how they end up after we work on them. All right, over here is some roasted Standard Series necks. This is how they arrive at the shop. Usually they are going to have a rosewood board, but sometimes we'll have an all maple board as well. They typically come with a nut that we replace. Most often we replace that nut. We're gonna cut the headstock shape out. We're gonna laser engrave the logo. Let me go right over to a neck that is finished so you can kind of see what these become. All right, here is a Standard Series T on the bench right now. We have our 9T pickups in there. This is kind of a vintage cream white, very cool. Got the hip shot O-ring knobs on there. I really like the way that you can grip these. But here's a look at the difference between a neck that is just about completed and what you saw a minute ago. So we use a light oil finish, cut our headstock shape, laser engrave the logo here. This one is still getting final nut cut and shaping, but as you can see, we're replacing the nut here. And then hopefully you can see up close, very nice polished frets that we use. Do a round over on the edge, really put a lot of time into the neck to make it our own. So, and then this will get a string tree here to put some downward tension on it. This is just in the kind of in the final setup stage on this one. Let me show you 2 different other Standard Series guitars we have in the shop right now. So here's one I forgot to mention. This is a very cool S90 loaded with these wood top covers here. Fiesta red body. So this is an example of what a Standard Series guitar could be. They come in like this, no holes drilled. We have to install the tremolo, install the holes. We're including our loaded pick guards in the S-style builds as well. So let's jump out to the showroom and I'll show you 2 more. All right, this particular one is a customer supplied body. This is something we may do in the future, some fancier type bodies. This is again a pre-painted body. We built the loaded pick guard. This has Vintage Customs and Anthem Plus bridge in it. We have a push-pull on the volume to split the bridge humbucker and a regular 5-way switch. This particular one started out as a maple neck, and you can see we put a vintage tint on there, and we sprayed that in the shop, did the same treatment, cut the headstock shape, did the logo, made the frets all nice and shiny. I'm a really big proponent of working on the ends of the frets, making sure they feel good. Nice hot dog round over shape you can see there. And really trying to make sure everything's level and everything's set up. So this is in the same process as that other guitar I showed you. Basically getting string tension, we're letting it sit for a while and see how it reacts to the string tension for the first time. And then we go through and make our final tweaks and adjustments. So this one is just a week or 2 away from being finished. All right, and finally we have an S-style Standard Series. This one's got the roasted neck. You can see string tree is installed. This one is in that same stage where the nut height is just about finished. We have final shaping and final trimming of the nut here. And it's got a beautiful rosewood board. This is one of our classic style 3-tone sunburst. We have our 50s Strat pickups in here. There's a parchment guard with a aged white appointment, so it definitely looks the part of kind of the old school S style. So that one is also coming up. Okay, so that was just a quick preview of some of the Standard Series builds. Now, if you're looking for them on our website, you're not gonna be able to find the Standard Series. They're only available right now through our newsletter. So if you're not signed up for our newsletter, you should head to porterpickups.com. You can sign up for the newsletter there. and that will get you access to available standard series. You can also email us at info@porterpickups.com if you're curious about what we're working on and what's coming up, and even speccing something out for yourself. That's also a possibility. So feel free to shoot us that email. We enjoy talking guitars. If you're curious about pricing, typically they are starting around $1,100 to $1,500, $1,600, depending on the specs, depending on the parts and all that. And we can also do some age ones with the help of our friends at MJT. There's a lot of really cool things that are happening, but I just wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit more about some of the new things that are coming for Porter, one of which is obviously these standard series line guitars that are coming up. Thanks for watching.